we're going to talk about the Knicks family today, all right? And the fact that former players have now returned to embrace the new era. There's something special happening at Madison Square Garden. It's not just the resurgence of the New York Knicks as a competitive force in the NBA, but also the way the team's past and present have come together, okay? To create a sense of unity and pride that hasn't been felt in years at Madison Square Garden, all right? Former Knicks players, some of whom left the team under different and difficult circumstances, are now returning back to the Garden. Not just as spectators though, but as part of the larger Knicks family. In doing so, they're being embraced by a fan base that has finally found peace with the past and the excitement for the future. So it starts with healing old wounds. The New York Knicks history is filled with the highs and the lows, moments of glory and times of frustration. For years, the Garden's faithful have watched as the beloved players left the team under some contentious circumstances. First, it was Patrick Ewing, the greatest Knick of all time, traded in the twilight of his career. A move that left many with a bitter taste in their mouth. Then we had Charles Oakley, a symbol of the toughness of the 90s, and he had his own falling out with the organization. Even John Starks, forever etched in Knicks lore for his iconic moments, he struggled with how his time in New York ended. But something has changed recently. Perhaps in the team's renewed competitiveness, or maybe it's the passage of time. But former Knicks are returning to the Garden and receiving the warm welcome they've always deserved. Patrick Ewing, now a head coach, or formerly a head coach at Georgetown, is celebrated whenever he steps into the arena. That's where he spent the prime of his career. Now, Oakley, we trying to get him back, but he's still seen as a hero to Knicks fans. But John Starks, part of the staff now, he's become an ambassador for the team, a living link to the Knicks' proud past. Now, the return of these former players has been a healing process for us all, for both the individuals and the fans. It's a recognition that no matter how they left, their contributions to the team and the city are undeniable. They are part of the Knicks' DNA, and their presence is now felt like a reunion of old friends, finally able to share in the joy of a brighter future, past and present. Now, a new generation is welcoming the old guard. Now, that's particularly heartwarming because this reconnection is how the current generation of Knicks has embraced the legends of the past. This new version of the Knicks is young, they're hungry, and they're eager to make their mark. But they also understand that they're building on a foundation laid by those who came before them. Players like Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, they've all spoken openly about the respect they have for former Knicks stars. They know that they're part of a legacy that stretches back decades, and they're proud to carry that torch. It's often uncommon these days to see former Knicks fans at games watching on the sideline offering words of encouragement to the current squad. That's common now. The connection between past and present is palpable. It's a sense of continuity that gives the team and its fans a shared purpose. When Patrick Ewing walks through the halls of Madison Square Garden, there's this feeling of reverence, not just from fans, but from the players themselves. We've seen it. They know they're standing on the shoulders of giants, and that's all we've ever asked. The city has always been united by basketball, though. New York City is a place that values loyalty, perseverance, resilience. These are the qualities that have always defined the Knicks at their best. This new generation of the team is reconnecting with those roots. And in doing so, they've opened the door for former players to come back and be part of that journey. It's not just about winning games. It's about creating a sense of family, a community that stretches beyond the court and into the very fabric of the city. And I love how the fans have responded. The fans, too, have played a crucial role in this reunion. New York is known for being tough, but it's also a place that loves a comeback story. And in a way, The return of former Knicks is a comeback story of its own, a reconciliation between the past and the present, a recognition that no matter what happened before Marbury, these players will always be part of Knicks family. Today, when the garden erupts in cheers as a former player is introduced, it's a celebration that blows my mind of everything that makes the Knicks and their fans special. It's a moment that says, we haven't forgotten you. You're one of us. And for players who gave their all on the court for their team, there's no greater of a reward. So I'm excited to look ahead. As the Knicks continue to build a bright future, they're doing so with the full support of their past. The presence of former players at the games, their involvement in team events, and the mutual respect between generations, this has created an atmosphere now of optimism and unity that hasn't been felt in years. You know the rest of the NBA is peeping it too. This new version of the Knicks isn't just about winning. It's about embracing the entire journey, past and present. It's about understanding that every player who has ever worn the Knicks jersey has contributed to the story of this team. And that story is still being written. The fact that former Knicks are coming back and being welcomed with open arms is a testament to the power of basketball to bring people together, to heal old wounds, and to create something beautiful. So in the end, the return of former Knicks players is more than just a feel-good story. It's a symbol of a team in a city that's ready to move forward without forgetting where it came from. It's a reminder that no matter how far apart we may drift, there's always a place for us back home, under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, of course. What do you think? Leave your comments below, like this video and subscribe, and remember this, whether it's in the real world or here in these YouTube streets, here in Knicks Deli, everybody eats. I'm your host, Sheer, and I'm out. Peace.